Hello everyone, my name is Akash and I'm going to be demoing today a very interesting use case that we've built for corporates that are in the CSR domain. So we all know that corporate social responsibility is a mandatory requirement by the government of India and various other countries. So now one use case where corporates use a majority or in fact a major portion of their CSR towards skill development happens very frequently here in India, and there's a big pain point that we've recently come across. Corporates would get under contract agents from the National Skill Development Corporation, which is NSDC, which is the government authority responsible for certifying skill development efforts, training programs that are issued by different agents that they have empaneled all across the country. Now, these training agents would be employed by the corporates who would give them a certain amount of payment per student trained under their skill development program. So what happens is these agents would either take money for the same student 5 times, or they would take money for the same student from 5 different corporates under the same skill development program, training him for the same course. Sometimes the students wouldn't even exist, right? And they would just make them up on paper. Because of lack of the right software tools to track the whole process and a system where this learning or this training development is tracked across multiple corporates involved in CSRs with all of the empaneled agents across the country under NSDC, this ends up being a huge revenue loss and a huge opportunity loss for students who could be trained otherwise. So we at one0x have built a very interesting solution. Let me just give you a brief idea about what one0x is. As you can see on my screen, one0x is a system that empowers the supply chain of education. Now, a very interesting use case that one0x has brought is the ability to be able to solve this specific problem that I was just talking about using the concept of scholarships. So let me just quickly jump into the idea and give you a demo of how scholarships would work on the one0x API solution. So for this particular demo, I'm going to be showing it to you on the Blockchain University platform, which is one of the first platforms that's already integrated one0x APIs on its solution. This particular use case is going to demo the idea of a student being able to come and learn a particular program that's being sponsored by a corporate entity. So how does this work? The first step to this is for a corporate to go ahead and build a new scholarship on the platform. The corporate has the ability to title the scholarship, give it some description. This is a one0x account, a one0x wallet account that enables an individual to store all of the money as a digital asset into an account. The transaction limit, the prerequisites, which is the amount which defines how eligible a student has to be before they enroll into the scholarship. Next, corporates will have an option to choose whether they want to make this scholarship eligible for every program or every course that's being put onto the platform. They can select exact courses that they want to sponsor from within the scholarship program, or they could just make all of the courses available for this scholarship. So we created this scholarship program called the Global Scholarship Fund, and we put a certain amount of money into this scholarship, which will now be available for courses to be sponsored from. The training agents would act as teachers on the platform, and what they would do is create a new workshop or a course on the platform for every time they impart training on behalf of the corporates. In a typical scenario, these training agents would import all of the students that they want to add to the course using a bulk import facility. For every student that gets added to the course by the instructor, as long as the student is valid and is eligible for that particular scholarship, the amount is automatically deducted from the scholarship's balance for each student that gets added. When a student goes and tries to join a program that's eligible for the scholarship, the student would automatically see that the amount for this particular course is being sponsored by the scholarship. When the student joins the course, his amount would automatically be deducted from the scholarship's balance. Once the training partners finish their training and go ahead and complete the assessment for every student that they have trained, the amount for each student is automatically credited to the instructor's account. As the owner of the scholarship, you can go into the scholarships page and you can see the details about your scholarship, all of the students that have enrolled into your scholarship, and you'd be able to see all of the transactions that have happened, all of the sponsorships that have been rewarded from your scholarship to every student who's ever joined a course eligible for that scholarship. You would be able to also change the details of the scholarship, remove certain courses that are no longer eligible, or add new courses. The benefit of doing this is the idea that every single transaction that happens from within the scholarship fund is automatically audited by using blockchain as a technology that drives the 10x APIs. Every student account is unique with a unique phone number and email ID combination. A student that has once used a particular scholarship sponsor for a particular course cannot do it again, and that's controlled by how blockchain technology audits the particular student's sponsorship.